Schönen Grüße. Welcome to Football Manager Projects, where we have the first match of the season for you with FC Ingolstadt 04. As you will recall, we are doing this hardcore mode. Hardcore mode means no star ratings, no attributes, and we're just going off of what our coaches see, what our scouts see, and what we can find out from them. We have some news for you. The big news that we have is that two players have left. We're not going to worry so much about Sarpe. He was our third string defensive midfielder. He was a little upset that for some reason I or my assistant manager left him off of the training squad for training camp. So I'm tired of players being upset. I went ahead and sold him. The big news, though, is Dominic Franke, who was our only left back. Franke came up to me my very first day in the office and said he wanted to leave. I tried to talk with him, I tried to deal with him, I tried to see what we could figure out, and now he is with Jonbuk. They paid a very, very nice sum of 900,000 euro for him. We'll take it. That's the way that we do things around here. We did a little bit of searching around for players we could get on a free transfer, and we came up with this guy, Lino. Lino is a better goalkeeper than the goalkeepers that we had at the club so far. He has the potential to be a Bundesliga goalkeeper. The coaches seem to like him. They say that they think he's consistent. They think that he's accurate in throws. He seems to be pretty determined. And so we have our hopes up for Lino. We'll see how he does today. And thankfully, we were able to get in a left back to replace Franke. Sacha Hertel also comes in on a free transfer. Hertel is actually the same age as Franke. I'm not sure if he's a similar player or not. I like the spirited personality. I like that he enjoys big matches. We'll see how he does. We have a few more players coming in as well. As you can see here up on the side, it's July 23rd. We have until, I think, September 3rd before the transfer window ends. This is really early for the start of the season. I wish we could do something about it, but unfortunately, I don't make the rules. And here we go in with our first match of the season. They're recommending that we go from positive to balanced. I think we'll actually do that this time around, and we'll sort of see what we can figure out from there. And we will go with this match, or we go with this squad. So we can see we have Lino here at goal. Hertel, Brockelmann, Stefanovic, and Antonic make up our back line with Linsmeyer in that holding defensive midfielder role. Linsmeyer, actually, I'm kind of looking to move on. Schurk, team captain, hits the box-to-box midfielder role with Preisinger as the Mazzala. Preisinger is a player who I really have my eyes on. I think that he may be a good one for the future. We have Costly up here and Hawkins the American, and Testrut, who is one of the favorites for best player in the entire league, will lead the team at the front. And now we will see what happens. We give them numbers automatically, and we will do the best that we can do here. And slowly but surely we open things up. This is a match we should be winning. That's what everybody's told me so far, so we'll see what happens. With that, you're looking live from the Audi Station here in Ingolstadt, where we have a crowd that looks about half full for this beginning of the season match against Bayreuth. We're getting that sort of special Football Manager beginning of the match graphics here, and we have the first match of the season. We actually had the very, very beginning yesterday. I'm not quite sure how many people were paying attention to, what was it, Onsbruck, it said there, or something like that. And here we go. Off with the start of the new season, and we'll see how it goes. And the first thing we need to do is make sure that we have these settings adjusted correctly. Yes, we want to go a little bit faster. My apologies for the wait. I thought that I had this set up beforehand, but I guess it didn't save things the way I wanted it to. But no worries at all. And the match is off. And we'll see how we do. See, this is what I want to see. I want to see that back line a little bit further back than what I've seen in the various clips of Ingolstadt playing last season. The last thing I want to do is see our defenders completely overwhelmed, especially at this level. It shouldn't be that way. And Tobias Schruck, who comes up with the first goal of the season on what was a real pretty set piece there. That was a very, very nicely taken shot. Puts it right through the keeper's outstretched arms, actually, and that starts us off with the 1-0. I'm just going to set up. I set up those replay events already. Just going to set that up so that we get that behind the goal, which is what I prefer. This is my first time, of course, using this particular skin. I think I mentioned before that there are people on Reddit who looked at the skin who expressed their concern with it. I actually think it looks pretty good. I don't think that it's got the user interface problems that other people see. Frankly, I just think that a lot of people don't like trying to play this game without star ratings and without attributes. But we'll see how this goes. I think it's a little bit better. Maybe we can get to know the players a little bit more. We're doing well in the back, as I can see from our match stats. We're just not getting any sort of highlights whatsoever, which is a little bit concerning. We want to see more, especially from Costly up at the front. One of the problems that we have with this squad is we have a whole bunch of players playing that right attacking midfield role. We have like nobody on the left side. I'm not quite sure what happened there. We certainly want to see no complacency. This is what I'm looking for, the tactics screen. And we'll take a quick look and see what we have. So Costly's not having a great game. I guess we could put Suleimani on, though he is still injured. And who do we have here on the right side? We have Butler. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move Hawkins over to the left side. We'll just put Butler on straight off this top and see if we have anything more to show here in the second half. So far, the match engine looks good. This is a lot better looking than FM23 was, at least in my opinion. Stefanovic holds it, and then to Linsmeyer Schrock. And this is the sort of game that we want to see a lot of these sort of smaller passes. We want to move the ball in slowly. We really don't want to do that. Instead of trying to take chances and open up the defense like that, in games that we should be dominating this way, we want to hold the ball, we want to work forward, and we want to manufacture a goal instead of trying to shoot the ball forward like that. I'm not quite sure exactly what that was. As you may know, I'm going largely based off of what I have read about this match engine, having not played with it before this match. That set piece looks like it didn't really go very far. Schrock taking it well up to Butler, and then Stefanovic, I think, was fouled there. I'm surprised that there was no call. But here we are in the Dritte Bundesliga. I guess you can't ask for much, can you? We'll give him about 5 more minutes here before we take a look and see who needs to come off. Another highlight comes up here, and we should be able to win this. And the Herr Linsmeyer takes care of it to Preisinger down to Hawkins. Hertel, and Hertel slows it up a bit down to Brackelmann. And here comes that slow build up to Preisinger, back to Linsmeyer, Schrock, Stefanovic. Stefanovic brings it up to Preisinger, and Preisinger is beaten by his man. Linsmeyer wins it back to Butler. Testred is fouled, and is that it for Groys? That's it. That's the second yellow card, and we have a man sent off already right to open up the season. How do you like that? Hopefully that will be an auspicious sign here for us going forward. Stefanovic now to Antonic at the back, and he's got to see that pass that was wide open and decides instead to take it up himself. Kind of a ridiculous move to make, and I'm concerned about Antonovic as well, who also told me that he wanted to leave. I'm concerned about some of these players that I think really need to move on, especially the older players who may be a little bit too old to be taught new tricks. Very, very good move, though, going forward there. Hertel is looking good already, and Hawkins has that potential. We really want to see him fulfill it. He's playing in an unfamiliar role. As I said, we have a whole bunch of right-wing attacking midfielders. I'm not sure what happened on the left. We work with what we're given, unfortunately. Up to Butler now. Butler with the ball in somewhat prime position, back to Antonic, and then to Schrock. Schrock with the pass to Hawkins, and there we have it. Hawkins with his first goal of the season. You knew that was coming. He should have had the goal before in the highlight that we just saw a second ago. Beautifully done. Very, very well played. This is the sort of goal that we want to score. We want to see this slow build-up. We want to see that holding control of the ball, good possession, and then get the right angle and beat the keeper. Everything that we wanted to see. And with that goal, in a few seconds, we're going to take another look at the bench and see who else we have to bring on. And let's take a quick look here and see if we have anybody who's tiring quickly. Really, nobody. Testruid looks like he's not having the best of times. We're going to put Schmidt back out there. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that we have this guy Schmidt. He's another one of these 28, 29-year-old journeyman strikers. We have a lot of people on this club who are journeymen, who have been from club to club in the past. I don't know. I'm not certain that I would have made that transfer. I would have gone probably with somebody a little bit younger. And that's really what we need to be thinking about with this club. Instead of thinking about how we can dominate the Dritte Bundesliga, we need to think about a way to stay in the Zweite Bundesliga and have a club that will actually be competitive. I guess all we can do is blame the manager, and that would be me. We've seen no highlights whatsoever. Again, somewhat concerning. We should be seeing at least something with a squad that's supposedly dominating. Still, I'll take 2-0 any day of the week. We'll come in and we'll take this result if we get it. A little bit of a back pass, but not much happening there. And as we see, Struck was sensational today. I thought personally that the whole team played quite well. This was a great game. We're doing very well, especially at the back. Nice work, everyone. That was good. And I can now breathe a sigh of relief. The first game is behind us, and we didn't get slaughtered. And that's the important part. And so with that, we'll say goodbye to Football Manager Projects for a day. If you like that, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment down below. Come check out the blog too. The link is down in the description. Check out the blog, read more about the players, and read the stories that unfolds. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow.